Hey everybody, it's Lee. I'm here. I'm trying to fix the YouTube side, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. So give me one moment, please, so I can go get my YouTube side up. One moment, please. It seems to be laggy. Maybe because Todd's doing a live session. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let me go in. Hey, Firefly and Be Charming. Give me one moment. I'm just over here doing all the things in the YouTube side so that it's running right. How are you guys doing? I'm just fixing this side so that I can get just my subscribers here. Okay. I think we're good. Let me check my audio because, okay. All right. Get out of there. All right. How's everybody doing? I'm a mess because I am in the process of baking. I have a banana pineapple bread baking. I finished cleaning up. I made a breakfast this morning with all my leftover stuff. Leftover those round burrito and shells from way back when I did the crunch wraps. I used up stuff in the cabinet. Hey, Joe. So I just put the banana pineapple bread in. That's a video. I did a short little video on an unboxing of something I got, which I'm going to be using when it gets time for the fireplace. What else? And I just cut up and did all the prep work for dinner tonight. Onions and things like that. Got everything ready because that's going to be a video as well. Been up since 100. The bed shitter struck again. Oh, jeez, Joe. Oh, I'm so sorry. Be Charming, how you doing? Firefly, are you at work, honey? Oh yeah, darn, my break is over. I had stuff to do this morning, and so I didn't go live earlier. But the bread's got about a half an hour, a little less than a half an hour or so. So I don't plan on staying up here long because I'm actually quite tired. I had to clean out my dehydrator because I did more apples. I did a video on that because it's my Excalibur. And I put it up there on that shelf right behind me where that red curtain is because I didn't want to bring it back downstairs in case I go get more apples, which I probably will be. I really think I'm going to do way more apples. The guy up the street, he gets them from an apple orchard and brings them over in boxes. And I used his last year, and oh my God. So the kids don't want to go apple picking. Nobody wants to go apple picking. And to be honest, I really don't either. So the next best thing is going up to my farm stand guy and getting them from him. He gets them right from the apple orchards. Nice big apples. Oh my God. And half of them still have the leaves on the little thing at the top. So they're fresh. And I bought another bag of onions from him. I get a 10-pound bag every year from him because I like that big bag to use for my own stash of onions. And I like to help support him. He does wonders. He's got a great stand. Hey, Miss Sharon. Yeah, I came live for a little bit. My mother is doing a grocery store trip while I watch him and wait for wound care. Oh. How you doing, Miss Sharon? I know, Chris, Piat, how you doing? I haven't been on here much. We've just been busy. Chris is still working some, like the last couple Saturdays he's been working. So when he gets home, we've been trying to get things done outside. We packed up the patio table and chairs and the rug, put that all away. He's been working on cleaning out the garage for me so I can put my car in there. We still got broccoli going in the greenhouse that's taken very long time to grow, but it's still there. Um, yeah, so we've been doing a lot. I had to take Sierra clothes shopping yesterday because a few of the jeans that she got, for school when I took her shopping. Okay, so she pulled them out. Now she does her laundry, usually by themselves, unless there's not enough in one other person's laundry. And because we separate the towels, there's a basket for towels, a basket for my clothes, basket for Chris's, and a basket for Todd and Sierra's together. Well, she'll leave all hers in her room, and then she'll bring them all out and do them all at once. Well, I found at the bottom of the washer a chapstick. And these are from the dentist's office. Somebody from the dentist's office makes these. This is a vanilla mint one. Well, I had given her one. This one's a fig and pear. I had given her one, and she must have left it in the pocket when she washed them, because when I pulled all the clothes out to put them in the dryer, the cap was empty. The cap was off. The chapstick was empty. So I had went through. And so all her clothes, and it's the only thing I can think of other than some Jolly Ranchers that she left in her pocket, 2 Jolly Ranchers, and they went through the wash. So her clothes had these stains all over them, even the jeans. We couldn't get them out. They were all over all of it. She was freaking out, hyperventilating. You're canning, Miss Sharon? Awesome. So yeah, and so yesterday we tried the stain remover. I have grandma's secret stain remover, something I bought, and it works usually. But it didn't on these clothes, and there was a lot of clothes. So she was freaking out. So her dad I said, you know what? I bought the first round of clothes. I didn't ask your dad for any money, So you talk to your dad and see about if he can pitch in this time. And he did. He has no problem doing that. If he knows about it, he will do it. And like the week before, she had wanted these nails and the whole kit with all the accessories and the tools and the glues and everything, because I'm not bringing her to get her nails done anymore. And he bought her a kit, but it was missing some items. So they wanted the packaging back and all that, and she didn't have it. So he ordered a different kit. So that came in. And then a couple days later, she called him about her clothes. And he sent $100 because the jeans that she likes are $25 a piece. So he sent $100 to get more jeans. And I had bought her a couple shirts when I went out to Walmart the other day. We needed an extension cord for the generator, because he took the extension cord that was for the generator and he put it on the sump pump. And I have a thing where we set up a whole area where the generator is going to be plugged in. And we took the extension cords for it, the heavy duty ones. We labeled them with tape. 2 refrigerator 1, 2 refrigerator 2, 2 freezer 1, 2, and 3, so that they were all coiled up and on nails on the shelf, labeled and ready to go for me to be able to do it. I have all the steps written down. But he took one of those because we didn't have one for the sump pump, so I wanted to get a second one. And wouldn't you know, they had no heavy duty cords at Walmart. This Walmart that I went to, no, that was all light and medium duty. So I had to pick up a medium duty. So I got her a shirt while we were there. Let's see. Well, as far as that, Joe, I want them to learn how to use a washing machine. And she knows how. She just doesn't check her pockets. Chris doesn't either. I find a lot of change in there and lighters and everything else. Be charming. You're in the path of the storm? No, we don't. Be charming. Our generator is outside in the garage, and we pull it through the door onto the empty patio, that cement patio outside, and that's where it goes. And then we run the extension cords down the bulkhead to the freezers and things like that. Ms. Sharon, I wish I could be that organized. Well, because I never learned how to use the generator. So he had taught Sierra. Sierra knew, helped him one day when we had that power outage with the lightning strike. But I never learned how. And that was something that was on my mind. So we step by step, monkey terms, literally pull out generator to the middle of patio on concrete. Need 5 feet of space all around it. Start it up before plugging cords in, blah, blah, blah. And I even put a sticky note where the round cord goes in. And, I go step by step. So now I'm comfortable with doing it. My mail's here. I got, there's a box. Something came in. Anyway, they evacuate. Oh boy. Wow. I hope everybody's stay safe and nothing happens, guys. We're preparing for a rain. It downpoured out of the blue last night. We're sitting on the couch watching. We've watched the last 2 episodes of Z Nation again. And I hear Chris is like, put it on mute for a second. So I put it on mute and it's like downpouring. But we've got the sump pumps hooked up and running, ready for any water that gets in here. Because he did that little project where the other end of the house, he dug into this concrete and into the dirt and put the bucket and the sump pump. And so we got all that, because that end where he put it in was where we always got the flooding. It started there, and then it would come down to the basement stairs, the bulkhead, and it would drain out there. So he wanted to have something down there. So we got that. We're getting things done. We just filled up some more fuel cans because we were rotating our fuel out into his truck for work. And so we filled up some new fuel cans, and I took these index cards, punched a hole in the top. We got some metal mechanical wire or something, and we write the date where we put the fuel in and the stabilizer, and we hang them on there. And those are my diesel ones. I have some diesel cans we bought beginning of the year that I never filled. So we're going to go get those filled up and get those in place downstairs. And don't forget the garbage. That goes out tonight, actually, for tomorrow's pickup. Yeah, so I have my to-do list, and I check it off. He's got the wood rack in place where we're going to put wood outside near the door to the porch, so that when it's snowing, we can just go right out the door to the left against the garage side and just throw some wood into our wood carrier and bring it in. We're not going to store wood in here anymore, or on the porch. Hey, Heroic. Hey, Han Solo. Yeah, be charming. Yeah, we don't add it right away. About 6 months or so, we'll add it. But we're rotating it out regularly. Every other month or so, we'll put it in Chris's truck and my cars and refill those ones. Yeah, we rotate it out. We got the oil tank filled. So it's now full because I only let it go to half, and then I always fill my tank. So we got it down to a half. We last fill up was May. So we just filled it up a week ago. And now we're at a full tank. Haven't really we've turned the heat on once just to get the chill out of the house, and that was it. I got the windows and doors open right now. So we're getting things prepared. We've got enough wood for several years, so we're good on that front. The only thing I got to get is some salt. Now that Sierra will be waiting for the bus, I want to salt at least this side of the driveway. So from the middle of the driveway to the right, and she can walk down there and get on the bus. But other than that, I just got to stock up on salt. I still have plenty from last year, but I always want to have more. Because right where we come off of the porch, down the little steps, and the garage is right there, there's a drip that comes right on the corner of the top of the garage, and it drips in the same spot, and it leaves a mound of ice. And that's where kind of Chris goes. Now I won't have to leave, so I'm not worried about me, but I want to have that front area fixed for Sierra. I hope it. Oh, Charlene. Yeah, we're all praying for you guys. I know it's hitting everywhere. I get the salt, the salt that's okay for pets. Because we have cats that roam around here, and if Jack gets out too, so I get that. But we've got a good stock to start out. I'm just going to get more. I had a list. I want to go and pick up 2 more oil kits changes for me, the filters and the oil, and 2 more for Chris. We each have 1 or 2 in there. But I think me 1 because he just changed my oil. And I need a rear wiper on my car because it fell off. The rubber part fell off. And then I need some extra large Christmas bags to put some Christmas presents in for my son. They're too big. They're too weird shaped to wrap. Yeah, Han Solo. That's probably what we'll do. But we are prepping for the fall, for the winter. I'm going through my freezers, seeing what, the older stuff. I just pulled out some bananas from 2 years ago, 2020. And I'm making the banana bread, and I have a bunch of other stuff I'm moving around, and I'm using up what I have in my cabinets for different things and stuff I brought up for a recipe and I never made. So now I'm trying to go do that. And, Chris's hours are still there right now. They were fluctuating a little bit before, but they're still there right now. And he took on Saturdays, like working in the garage when all the guys go home from the actual loads and stuff. So he's staying doing yard work. He wants to. So we're trying to get money put away, get us through the winter. Like I want to pay November's mortgage. I'm trying to pay an extra month for mortgage ahead. And we're trying to put money away for his teeth and, fuel for the winter. Same thing everyone else is doing. Whereabouts are you, Shelley? I'm on the Nature Coast. Boy, I hope you guys are all prepared. I know you probably are because you're a part of this community and you know about preparing and all that. Be charming. Can it. Pressure can it. Dehydrate it. Whatever you can do. Freeze dry it if you have a freeze dryer. Oh, yeah, you do, I think. Got freeze dried food. Yeah. Freeze dry it. Those are nice and light. You can grab them and go if you had to. And you could have nice food for wherever you're at. But you know that. I maybe next year. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It would be nice to have a freeze dryer, but we'd have to get our electrical updated a little bit. A vac chamber? Vac chamber. What's it? What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that something new? I think I can smell the banana bread. It's going to be done in a few minutes. When I was in that drawer where I had the bananas, I found a bunch of apple slices and cinnamon that I had frozen, and some more blueberries from a couple years ago, and all the Halloween candy that from like a year or two ago. I want to take that out and get rid of it and use that space because I want to put more stuff like butter and stuff in there. I'm still on the fence about canning ghee. I've never tried ghee, so I don't know. My thing is when I cook, I use the wrapper where it tells you how to cut it for like 1 tablespoon or whatever. And that's convenient for me to have it already pre-measured. So if I made ghee, I'd have to measure it out when I needed to use it. And I've never had ghee. I wouldn't even know if you can bake with it or whatnot, you know? So that's something I still got to look into. Oh, Be Charming. I was just doing a video where I took my Classico jars with the covers and I put it in the canister with the vac sealing cover, and you hook it up to the hose, and it does all kinds of vac sealing on jars that are not mason jars, that are Classico, pickle, mayonnaise jars, jelly jars, anything with that lid with the strip around it and the inside, the rubber, it will vac seal those. So I just did all my apples in old Classico and jelly jars, like Welch's or Smucker's jelly glass jars, so that I didn't have to use my lids and my mason jars. I got that set off of Facebook Marketplace from a lady. She had paid about $150 for the set. It has all these different round canisters, different size, tall ones, short ones, fat ones, thin ones, for any size jar. And it comes with the cover for each one, and it has the hole where you put the hose and then a button you press to let the air out when it's done. And she had bought 2 sets of the canisters, the vacuum, the handheld vacuum, the hose, the whole 9 yards. She sold me that whole thing for like 40 or $50. So I got 2 sets of the sizes of a lot of canisters because there's 2 sets of them. So I just did all my apples in those jars so that I could save my mason ball jars. I use ghee for everything. All right, that's good to know. I'm thinking I may try it. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises because when I get in the mood, I get in the mood. But the butter has gone up big time here. So I wait for the sales, and even the sales aren't that great. I'm glad I had like 100 of them in my freezers. I have them in all the freezers all over the place. Yeah, that's cool. Be Charming. That's cool. Oh, I smell that bread. I made a real crazy boo-boo when I did the video of this bread. Wait till you see. Oh, I was too busy yapping in the video, and I just totally forgot a whole step. So wait till you see the video. Yeah, Lee's bloopers. But I like to have my food in different ways. I like to have it pressure canned, water bathed, Mylar, regular vac sealing, in jars, all different ways, because you never know if you had to bug out fast. I could grab what I need in a lighter portion, like Mylar pasta or vac sealed rice, and like I do my rice sometimes in 2-cup measures. So I could grab a bunch of different things that are lightweight and not heavy jars to carry. Throw them in, I have them in the black bin. So we could just take the black bins and throw them right on the truck bed and we could go. They're all labeled. You've all seen it. I like it in different ways because jars do get heavy to carry around with you. Hey, Moni and Momo! Banana bread with chocolate chips rubberneck. Oh, I found this really, the bread looked amazing. So I had to make it. It's like a tropical bread. Oh, it's an Avid Armor Ultra. Okay. Did you do a video with it? You could teach us some stuff, Be Charming. I'm feeling tired. Oh my God. So we just finished Z Nation. I don't want to start Game of Thrones yet. I want to start it when it starts snowing. So all our fall shows are on. So I'm watching those during the day. But I want to start watching Sons of Anarchy again. Me and Chris were talking about it, and maybe we'll start that series. We get to watch an episode a night or two after he gets home from work. That's about it. Rhubarb crisp. Ooh, I don't like rhubarb. My parents grew it. It's too. Ugh. Can't do rhubarb, but my mom makes them. Too sour for my taste. I don't like anything sour. I know, Hans. I watched it this morning, but I don't like broccoli. So I wouldn't be making that. I could make a small one for Chris, but I wouldn't make a big one because I don't eat broccoli and neither do the kids. And I watched Lakes this morning on the garden. Yeah, I do watch them still when they have stuff like that. All the news stuff, though, they do a lot of research. I'll give them that. But everybody talks about all that stuff. So, but when they put out videos like they did this morning, I like watching that stuff. And when Bigfoot does his creatures one, I like those too. Our time is so limited and so I'm up at between 5 and 6 in the morning. So I get tired early now. So I go to bed early. I don't stay up as much as I used to now. I just can't. I can't hang, people. I can't hang. Oh, my beeper's going to go off. Working on mostly meats now because that's what's in my freezer, but really like that chicken noodle casserole I did. Turned out perfect. I'm doing a chicken rice bake tonight. I found the video on Jessica O'Donoghue, which I'll be linking that when I do the video. But it looked good. Looked good. But I've been craving spaghetti, so I might do that tomorrow, have spaghetti. I think my beeper's going to go off on the oven. Todd was not feeling good the other night. I think it was Sunday night. He had a headache, and I walk in his room, didn't even know he had a headache, and he had a cold face cloth around his forehead. I think it was the change in the weather. Oh, one moment, please. I gotta go. Oh boy, does that look scrumptious! Oh, oh, oh. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta put my little toothpicky in the middle there. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think that's done. My goodness. No, there's a little bit on the top that's not done yet. Okay. I'll put it in for another 3 minutes. Okay, so what was Todd? Todd was Sunday night. Because it had been. Why do you cry? So yeah, I walk in there and he's got a face cloth, and I'm like, "What's the matter?" He goes, "Oh, I have a headache," and I'm like, "You didn't say nothing." I said, "Did you take aspirin?" And he's like, "No." So I gave him aspirin, but every time I give that kid aspirin when he has a headache, he throws up right after. So I think it was the beginnings or a migraine, because then he goes to sleep and he's fine the next day. So he threw up several times, but he had a lot to eat. I was shoving food at him. He ate like 3/4 of a rotisserie chicken, because when I buy the rotisserie chicken, I take the sides off, the thigh and legs, and those are mine. And then he gets, he takes the rest. So he had one of those and then another one the next day, or maybe later that night. And he had salad, he had cinnamon rolls, he just ate all day. And I think with the change in the weather from cold to hot, the heat on and off, and because he was fine after he threw up. He went to sleep, and I didn't even wake him the next morning for school because I just wanted him to get some rest. And I hear him moving around in his room. He got up and went and got online for school. He was fine. And that's happened several times. It happened to Casey or Gregory too. They were little. But yeah, he's doing good. Lee cracks me up. What do I do that cracks you up? That bread looks freaking fabulous. So brown. There was some cracks in the top where it was still a little doughy, so I just put it back in for a few. Oh my God. Can't wait to try it. I made that apple fritter cake. Chris ate 3/4 of it. I had that one piece when I tried it, and I had another piece a couple days later, a small piece, maybe that big, not very big, just while I was watching TV at night. The kids had a couple pieces, but not much. But Chris, I had to go buy him a second container of vanilla ice cream to go with it. Caramel syrup, Ready Whip, and sprinkles he put on top, and had that with every piece. That man don't have a sugar problem. I do. I don't know Han Solo. He's never been tested for it. He does get migraines though. But rotisserie chickens are an easy do in the dryer. Did 10 and it's great. 10 chickens? The whole chicken in a freeze dryer? Or do you have to break it up first? Firefly, all you got to do is put your house up for sale and move. If you don't want to stay there, put your house up for sale and come move down over here somewhere. Oh yeah, you break it up. I was wondering that. I don't know much about freeze dryers. One moment, please. When was my last live? That day that Brockton was here? I don't remember. I needed a 3-day nap after that one. Let me tell you. I can't hang anymore, boy. Oh, there we go. I needed 3 more minutes. Sweet. All right, let's shut that baby off. Oh my God. Oh, goodness. Goodness. So, This recipe called for crushed pineapple. And wouldn't you know, that's the one thing I didn't have. I have like 5,000 cans of pineapple, but none of them were crushed. So I just took some pineapple chunks and crushed them in my Ninja and left the rest of them that were not crushed in a bowl for the kids in the fridge. Because I have tons of the stuff that they like, but if it's not already like opened in a bowl in the fridge, they rarely go downstairs and get it. It'll just sit there. So I have to go down there every once in a while, bring things up, and you know. Grands are awesome. Awesome when mom and dad take them home. No comment, but especially when they're hyper. It's just that I don't have the energy I used to have. So I am in a schedule where I go lay down especially on the weekends. Like when I get up, okay, I get up early between 5 and 6. I sit here for between 5 and 6 and I have a cigarette, my water, take my pills. I watch everybody's videos that have come out. And that's like my quiet time till I have to wake Sierra up. And then when she leaves and gets on the bus, I'll make myself something to eat, or I will clean up the dishes. I will get everything ready for a recipe that I'm doing or dinner recipe, get it all prepared and ready, onions chopped, this, that, everything done so that I can just make it at dinner time. So then between 12 and now, I can kind of settle down a little bit for a couple hours and till it's time to get dinner going. And in between that time, though, I'm either folding laundry or doing projects. Like I rearranged my whole bookshelf. I have books over there. I had books in my room. I took every book I owned, hundreds of books, put them in reusable shopping bags last week, and I went by author. So I put each author in its own bag, and then I have a spreadsheet that I have. It's books that I have, books that I need, and a lot of the book authors, they write in sets. Like Sue Grafton was the letter series. A is for alibi, B is for break in or something. So when I research my author and I find all the books that they write in order, and I will put them on my spreadsheet. So I have a spreadsheet need for DVDs, and well, just DVDs is just DVDs that I have. So when we're out at the thrift stores and I'm looking at the DVDs and the books, I can look on that spreadsheet and see if I already have it. Because I threw in the bin to go out, Chris brought it to the Goodwill bin, several books. I had 2 or 3 of the same ones because I had been collecting them before I started those spreadsheets. So I went through every book. I put all the books by the author on my bookshelf in my room, and over there, I have a book problem. I'm the only one that reads in this house. Hawaiian pizza time. No, it's a Hawaiian type bread. Right, Mountaineer? I am wiped out. So by 3 o'clock, I'm trying to like lay down and watch something for an hour, and then I start dinner between 4 or 5. And then right after dinner, sometimes it's late because Chris comes home, clean up, and then I'm on the couch for an hour or two, then I'm in bed. Yeah. It took both of us to keep the 3 that always come. Wouldn't change any of it. One of the grandsons put my jewelry in the toilet. Oh, when he pooped in my bathroom sink. Oh my God. Oh my God. They fight, then I lose it. Yeah, Miss Sharon. I only have 2 grandbabies right now. I have Brockton and Emmett. Spam risk. I have another granddaughter coming. She's due on Christmas Day. But I've gone to watch Emmett at his house when she went to ultrasounds and stuff. Um, he is so funny. Oh my God, he is so funny. He's just, I guess he's calling his mother Michelle. That's her name. He's like, Michelle, come on, Michelle, let's go. Because that's what my son, when they're trying to leave the house, he's yelling, Michelle, let's go. So now Emmett, who's like not even 2, telling Michelle, let's go. I'm like, oh gosh. He is much smarter than his age, I can tell you that. But that's because I think she's a teacher and she teaches him all day long without, just teaches him things. Oh my God, when they posted on Facebook. Oh, but I like it when they come, but I do like it when they go because I just can't hang anymore. I don't have the energy. PNC, the biggest amounts. PNC. What? What does PNC mean? What am I missing? I've already been on here 40 minutes. My goodness. Like right now, since I have downtime, I just finished The Handmaid's Tale because I really like that show. I've been watching the shows that Chris doesn't have any interest in that I like. So I'll put one on in the afternoon for maybe an hour. In the book supply, PNC. I don't get it, Han Solo. I don't know. You're above my head. Phew, it went right over. PNC. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Pineapple and cheese. It's pineapple and banana. Oh, okay. Y'all know me. It goes over. Zoom. She died before she could do the last one, the letter Z. Sue Grafton. And then there's Janet Ivanovich, which she does them by numbers. 1 for the money, 2 for the dough. And the first one became a movie with Katherine Heigl, but it never went any further that I know of. I was all excited when I saw that because Janet Ivanovich was my favorite author. The Stephanie Plum series are hilarious. I have 4. The last 4 that's out right now, I have. The next one is 29, I believe, and that's coming out in November. Peach. Oh, prepping and cooking. I don't really. I have a bunch of. I like the Taste of Home hardcover annual ones by the year. They have 2000. I got like 19. I don't have them all, but they're $30 when you buy them from them. But I get them from the thrift stores. So I keep a list of all the years ones that I have. And when I find one, I look and see if I already have that year. I just like the annual ones. I do have the quick cooking ones, but I don't usually cook out of those. My mom has them, but she was buying them from the subscription service. But I don't know if she's still doing that. I love Patricia Cornwell's. I read a lot of hers, and Dean Koontz. Dean Koontz was another one. Once I get I like Lisa Gardner and Lisa Jackson. John Sanford is one of my ultimate favorites, and he's got a series called the Lucas Davenport series, and it's like Sudden Prey, Silent Prey, Neon Prey. Everything's a different prey, and I'm missing 4, and that's it. And then I can start reading that series. And then he's got a Virgil Flowers series. CJ Box is another one I really love. He was a game warden. He plays his character as a game warden, and that show Big Sky on ABC, I think it is based off of his books. So I watch that. And I did the same thing. I got his whole list of his, because it's the same game warden, but different books. So I got the whole list and I went to the library and I got all the books in the list and read them back to back in the order that I like to read those kind of series in order of how they're written, because you kind of get to live through them, or you see it unfolding with these people. Chris Piat, you're out of the car. Oh my God, right? Be Charming? Those books are hilarious. And I have all her other ones too, The Heist, all the other books that she wrote. And I have almost all of the Virgin River series from Robin Carr. I've watched Virgin River a couple times, but I got the books. And I'm gonna read those too. Hey Chicken Noodle, how you doing? There's this place in Connecticut called the Nyack Bookstore. Nyack, or the Book Barn. We went, me and Chris went. I made him come out there with me. We went out right when COVID first came on, and we went out there. And there little sheds, little beautiful little sheds and houses and buildings along this whole property with books, all books. You can bring your books there too, which I should be saving them to bring them. But it was a day. It was a day trip because there's two locations. One location has educational books and textbooks, and other location has like nonfiction and fiction and things like that. But atlases, maps, magazines, you name it, it's huge. You can't even do it all in one day. And I bought a lot of books, but nothing's in order. So in each little barn or a little shack or a little shed, it's by that genre or whatever. But oh my God. And Chris went with me, and Chris don't like to read. So this must have been like awful for him, but I was in my glory. I did get some Taste of Home books that day, but I got a lot of Robin Carr. They had one section of this house, all Robin Carr on the wall. So people bring books in, donate or return or whatever. Yeah, I got a lot of my books that were, oh yeah, I could go back there. We went out for seafood dinner too when we were there, because it's right by the water. I'm shoving tacos and rice in my mouth. I can smell that bread. Yeah, I haven't read Dean Koontz in a long time, but I used to love Dean Koontz. I like Heather Graham, Lisa Gardner, Lisa Jackson. Those are the ones I'm focusing now. And once I've read all those, then I mean, I got hundreds of books, so it's going to take me. Sierra asked me the other day, why do you have so many books? You won't be able to even read all these before you die, she said. When we moved, I had to take those reusable shopping bags with the handles, you can get at the grocery store, the cloth bags or the plasticky ones there. And I would put all my books in that and transport them to this house when we moved, because cardboard boxes were just too hard to carry and too heavy. So I put all the books in those. That's how many reusable bags I have. I have hundreds. And I did the same thing with our DVDs. I put them all in those bags, and we had the handles so we could just carry them. It was so convenient. Oh boy, I hope your aunt is okay, Chicken Noodle. Isn't Autumn's backyard garden from there too, Florida? But she's a preparer, so she's probably already prepared. My belly's starting to say I want some of that bread. I don't need it because I made myself a crazy crunch wrap. I did a video because it wasn't your normal everyday crunch wrap, that's for sure. I'm gonna let this go for another five minutes or so, and then I have to get off and do some stuff. But want to go out and get my mail. I got a box. What am I waiting on? Hold on. I keep a list of everything that I order, and when it comes in, I cross it off. I'm waiting for seed potatoes to come from Prairie something. Prairie. Where is that booklet? Here it is. Wood Prairie Family Farm. I watched a video from Doug Off Grid with Stacy and Doug, and she had a potato guy from this that knows. I don't know if it was from this company, but he buys his potatoes from this company, and he had a whole table full, and he put each kind of potato on the table, and he cut it in front of you so you could see the inside, and he talked about what it was best for, baking, frying, whatever. And he grew a pound from each kind. And he also wrote on the bag, he had a lunch bag for each kind. And he wrote what he planted and how many pounds he got. So I picked a few from there. And this is the booklet that I got. Talks about all the different kinds of potatoes. And that I'm waiting for, but they don't ship them until for your area is ready for you to go and store them for them to overwinter and sprout. So they're not sending mine till November, they said. Yeah, Prepper Steading's in there in Florida. Chris talks to him pretty regularly. I'll have to ask him. And then I ordered another cigarette machine, manual one. We're not going with the electric anymore because in 4 years we've gone through two, and we're just going to stick with the manual one because for the price of one electric one, we could get two of the manual ones. They're the Tops brand. So he used one now, and he seems to roll a lot quicker using that than he did the electric one. And when we're watching TV, he's doing them over there, and it was so loud with the electrical one. So now he watches TV from over here now because he can roll his cigarettes right here and watch the TV. So I ordered another one of those. I just ordered a clothes drying rack, an in the house one where you stand it up and you unfold it. So I ordered one of those because I wanted to have a clothes drying rack. So because a lot of Sierra's clothes that she buys are stuff you got to hand wash or not put in the dryer. So I wanted to have one of those, and just to have it is good. The power ever went out. Yeah, she's in Florida. That's what I thought. Yeah, it will probably be hard for me too, but I got Muscles Lazarick to do it. So I ordered a second one to come in. I stocked up on our tobacco and our tubes, to get us through. Because the winter, if it slows down for him at some point, then I want to be stocked up on what we need to get us over that hump until he starts back up again in April. But he worked all the way through last year, but it wasn't full 40. So he works almost 60, sometimes 62, 64 hours. There was a couple times where it was closer to 70. So that's a good paycheck when it comes to the overtime. So that overtime is where we lose in the wintertime because he's sometimes make just 40 hours. Hey, Ocean Ran. Ocean Ran. I use these all the time that you sent me. These are the perfect ones. I have one here. And one here in my pocketbook. I keep one in my pocketbook, one right on my desk. I still have all the others. Chris uses them too. They are the best. I'm so thankful for when you sent that to us. Yeah, I love it. We even gave one a couple away. I think he gave Stedding one, Pepper Stedding one. But I still have a bunch downstairs that you gave me in case these ever broke. I'd have some, but oh yeah, thank you very much. I'm craving an ice cold Coke, but I don't have any. Should I go get? They're expensive here. They used to be like $3.99 or $4.99 for a 12-pack. They are now $7.99 at Shaw's, a 12-pack. And we also have to pay that deposit, 5 cents for each can on top of that. So my coupon lady just started back up. I just got my batch of coupons yesterday. I ordered them the beginning of September, and they just came yesterday because, yeah. And I'm waiting for her to get another batch of the damn Coke coupons. I ordered I ordered a bunch of good coupons. What ones did I get? I gotta go do shopping. What ones did I get? Let's see. I got all laundry soap, always pads and stuff because I got enough for years. But when they come out with those coupons, like the always is up to $7.99 for free, and I think I paid $1.50 for the coupon. So basically, I'm getting this biggest package I can without going over the $7.99, and I'm only paying like $1.50 for what I paid for the coupon. Blue Diamond milk, Cabot cheese. I got some Crayola products, so anything Crayola. Driscoll's, Egglands. I still have tons of Egglands. Goya. I got all my Jif coupons came in from the recall that they had. They sent me, God, I only had 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 4-pack of the 2-packs. And they sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 free Jif coupons up to $7. Good till June of 2023. So I got plenty of those. But Mr. Clean coupons, King Arthur flour up to $7. So they don't, none of these expire till 2023. So like a month or within that month of expire date, I'm going to use all the coupons to restock my shelves. Solo Reynolds wrap, any Reynolds wrap product up to $5. You better believe I'm using that on my nonstick wrap. I even got WD-40 coupons for Chris. But yeah. So she's back working and doing that coupon business. She took some time off for a while, but I'm glad she's back doing it. But when she does her Coca-Cola ones, then I will order some more. We're still drinking that soda that I used the last ones on. $16 for a pack of 12-pack. Oh my God. Right now on sale, you can find a 12-pack for $5.99. There is a sale going on, buy 2, get 2 free. So I may stock up right now on that. Hey, Full Monty. Shift kicker. I know, Chicken Noodle. I try to stock the coupons that don't go bad, like the Always, the laundry. I got 30, 40 bottles of laundry soap, the big bottles from since I moved here. When we lived in the apartment 6 years ago, he built a shed downstairs, a storage shed unit, and we locked it because it was other tenants. And we brought all our laundry soap here, and I'm still going through that with all the free coupons that I had. That's how I do a lot of stocking. So I have about 50 to 60 packages of Reynolds wrap and Reynolds liners and Reynolds everything that I've gotten with coupons. So when she comes out, like with these coupons, they come out usually once a year. I still got soft soap, the big bottles of soft soap where you can refill your little ones with. Have had them since I moved here. So I do a lot of that with my coupons to keep us stocked. So I'm paying a fraction of what the product really costs. I don't pay more than $2.25 for a coupon. The Purdue or the Butterball, it'll be like free up to $9.99, and they'll charge $2 or $3 for the coupon. But I don't pay any more than $3. She don't really charge any more than that. Purdue and Butterball were the only high ones, and those were like $2.25 a coupon. So I'm getting a whole package of chicken basically for $2.25 when I buy that Purdue coupon. And I use those at BJ's where I get the big packages. That's how I do it. Lori's World. I did Han Solo. She sent an email out saying that she needed a much needed break because she works full time as well. This is a side business. So, and she gets like my orders are $200-$300 orders. She has $1,000 orders from other people because they all like families will all pitch in and order. So she's got to count each and every coupon out for these people's orders. How you doing, Lori's World? Oh my God, we don't have a Sonic around here. I think there's one in Worcester or Springfield. So last weekend, I had mentioned because Todd really liked Golden Corral, but it's an hour from here. So when we go out there, we usually go to the Freihofer thrift store where we've gone before, with all like the Entenmann products and like the baked goods, Hostess, and all that stuff. It's like a thrift store, and it's still within the dates. But so I go there, and I remember I stocked up on loaves of bread that I made garlic bread out of in one of my videos. And I wanted to go. I had the craving for Golden Corral, but nobody wanted to drive. Nobody wanted to go. I was like shocked because Todd at first wanted to go, and then, he was not feeling good Sunday, so we didn't go. Oh my God, something just popped. One of my lids popped. Just vacuum sealed those. I'll do Han Solo. Someday I will. I watched Rose Red's video. She was pretty good. I have to be in the mood to do stuff. I don't make plans on what I'm going to do. I have to be in the mood. I don't know. She has a supplier. I asked her that. She pays her taxes and it's a business. So I don't know. I don't care. I've been using her for over 6 years. Never had a problem. My stores, Big Y, they've never given me a problem. Nothing. Nothing at all. They're all manufacturer from the companies. So the same ones you would get if you wrote to the companies. She said it's legit. She has, her tax guy deals with her. I don't question it. I don't know. Call her my coupon fairy. I think it did. I don't know if it unsealed. Hold on one moment, please. I did a whole bunch, so who knows? That's pissing me off. Oh, it was the strawberry one. Yeah. Oh, well. I didn't put an oxygen absorber in there. I just put a desiccant packet, I got to order me some. Oh, another one. I think it was the one I just pushed back down. Oh, well. I think I got to order desiccant packets. I think I'm out. Can't seem to find them. I will try it, the ghee. over an hour already. Oh well. I will do the ghee some point. I might just do, I don't know. If I could try it first. So, good news. My brother, he has two little ones. Two little kids, Ryan and River. And he's not with the mother. She already has, since they broke up, she already has two more children. And early 20s, okay? Mid 20s. She's awful. She's just an awful human being. Let's just put it that way. Okay? She's so awful. Her own mother she won't even let her own mother see the kids. And she would stop my son from my brother from taking the kids for the weekend, his weekend times, because she would accuse him of letting them see her mother. Because they'd say, oh, we went over to Grammy's, which Grammy's is my mother. She called both of the grandmothers Grammy. But she's also has mental health problems and she don't take her meds and this and that. But she's just, even with the meds, she's genuinely an evil person. So he found out because the kids were saying they're like 3 years old. One is 3 and the other one's younger. She withheld the kids from him for 6 weeks. All because she thought they had went to their grandmothers, her mothers. Her mother is fine. She's like you and me. She's fine. She just didn't like living with her mother under her mother's roof, dealing with their rules. And then she'd go off her meds and this and that. So he got custody. Yes, the other day, Monday. He filed for emergency, full custody, and he got that. She had been bullying him for 3 years. She bullied him because he's such a nice guy. He does what he has to do. He goes above and beyond. He would take his kids all the time, and she bullied him. She would put him between a rock and a hard place to the point where he'd be driving an hour to go there in a snowstorm and running off the road and no sleep for hours, from work. And he'd drive right there an extra hour to go get them and this and that, and ruined a few cars from going off the road in the slippery ice. And yeah, I guess he found out from the neighbors. I guess the neighbors called DCF on her because she was hitting the kids. The kids had said that they were getting hit, but he thought they were just making it up because they didn't want to go home. They hated going home. And but when it came out a couple weeks later that DCF was called on her by the neighbors because they heard it, they seen it, or whatever, he jumped right up and went right to the courts and filed because he knew his children were telling the truth. And she didn't even show up for the actual hearing. It was just him, the DCF lady, because I had told him years ago, document every interaction with her. So he would write everything down and he would videotape with, the conversations, and kept all his texts. She was telling DCF that he was an awful father, but then the judge, she was saying that he was her lifeline and she couldn't have made it this far without him. So she was telling two different agencies, two different stories. She never showed up to the court hearing. It was him, the DCF, which was on his side, because the DCF wasn't called on him, but he contacted the DCF, when he found out that there was a case on her. And oh yeah, she never even showed up. She was dealing with another court case for something else, apparently. What could be more important than your children? Yeah, he never brought the kids into anything. She did. He's not like that. We weren't raised like that. We weren't raised like that. And those kids are his life. He gave her everything, gave her everything. So it got to the point where her mom told him if he needed any financial help with a lawyer to get custody of the kids, she would help him. Her own mother. She keeps pumping out babies so that she don't have to go to work. She don't want to work. So now, because he got fixed after these two, he got fixed. She had two more right after these two. And they're not even 5 years old yet. The oldest is 3. Oh, I know. I told him from day one because she was going through she went after child support when he switched jobs, and he's making good money. He works for Eversource. And she went to court to get more and more and more and more, to the point where he wasn't even sure he could get his house because she wasn't leaving him any money. She wasn't disclosing to the child support he was giving her to her caseworker for food stamps and welfare. She got caught for that. Yeah, she's just evil. My brother moved out and lived with my sister, and my sister felt bad and let her move in, and then she called the cops on my sister at her own house because her and Joey, my brother, were arguing in the driveway because she caused a big scene and was causing trouble. So my sister said, "You need to go till you calm down." She wasn't kicking her out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that was so she's just an evil, evil girl. She's still a young girl. She hasn't grown up. And then she don't take her medications that she needs. She put these boys on, I don't know if it's called Ativan or Adderall or something. They're not even 3. She had the doctor prescribe them. Then she never went and picked up the meds. They've been sitting there for 3 months, and then she'd give it to him every once in a while. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't do that. So he got all the documentation from the pharmacist, from the doctors, because he didn't know that she did that. She'd give the boy a pill when she wanted him to calm down. And then she wouldn't give it to him again, and then she'd give it. You can't do that. When he found all that out, because he just found that out, oh, he took it all to court. You don't just, because when Brockton was born, my oldest grandson, he almost didn't make it because his stomach and everything had to be rerouted. They had to go in and reroute his stomach and parts of his stomach. So they had to put him in a coma when he was just born, months old. He spent 3 months in a coma that they had to put him on. And he had to get weaned off the morphine and I think it was Ativan. I can't remember. But he had to get weaned off those drugs when he finally did come home. You don't just give them that whenever you feel like they're being too hyper. They were not even 3. And she just, for years, she just kept doing this stuff to my brother because he loved his children, and she knew that he was a giving person. He gave her a car, brand new car, and gave it to her. And then he finds out that this whole time there was never an actual custody agreement in place, that he could have just took the kids one weekend for his time and never brought them back if he thought they were being abused. Because they asked him, why did you let the kids keep going back there if you thought they were getting hit? Because he said, I don't have any definitive proof, and I didn't want to take them from their mother if it wasn't true. But then when I found out about the DCF case against her from other people calling, I knew. And then they told him, well, just so you know, you could have took them a long time ago on a visitation weekend and you didn't even have to bring them back. There's no custody agreement where she gets custody of these kids. He's like, all this time I could have had my kids and not have to dealt with her crap. The only way that he would have had to bring them back is if she had went to court and filed for custody. But she just made him think he had no rights all the time. Oh my God. No, she wasn't even picking them up, Miss Sharon. The pills, she wasn't even, they were still at the pharmacy. She wasn't even picking them up. The pharmacist showed him. She filled his prescription and they've been sitting here for 3 months. We had to put them back. Hey, Giggles. He held off too because he didn't think he would win. Men don't ever hardly win. Very, very rare, because she had him that brainwashed that she would take him for everything he had. So yeah, so he got custody January. It's temporary emergency custody till January, and then they'll go back. I said, Joe, you document still every little interaction with that woman. Do not reach out to her to see if she wants to see those kids. Let her reach out to you. You document every time she contacts you to talk to them or wants to see them, because he's getting supervised visits. And that way you have documentation just how much she's reached out and how much she wants to see those kids. Because she has 2 other little ones at home. And if she couldn't bother to show up for that court date to get her children or keep them, document everything. Literally the day she got served, the day that she got served was the day she called him saying, you can never see your kids again because you keep bringing them to my mother's. And so he got right on the phone with the DCF, and he went right to the court and filed the papers for emergency custody and had her served. And the minute she got served, she called him, we need to talk. And he's like, no, we're past that point now. I'll see you in court. She's with the babies, the new baby's father. He's another one. He won't last long with her. She is a nut. She's alienated herself from everybody. So we got me. I have 4 sisters and I have 2 brothers. One's him and another one. We all will help because he's got to get daycare and get them into school because he lives in another town. So yeah. Hey, Alan Cooper. Welcome. Georgia. Oh. Giggles. Are you stalking me? I need a big smooch. I watch you over at Diamond Lil sometimes. I don't comment, but I watch you. Because I got to follow you. I got to stalk you. I've been cooking some stuff. I know. I'm trying new things, Giggles. I'm trying new things. I got my folder here. Let's see what's up. I am doing a new recipe tonight. I'm doing a Mandy in the Making slow cooker beef stroganoff soon. I'm doing chicken lo mein, another Mandy in the Making. I'm doing Cowboy Kent Rollins Meat Lovers Pizza. Although it may not be Meat Lovers, it may be just, it's in a cast iron. And I got to do an unboxing because I got some more cast iron. And I really want to do pineapple dream dessert. Oh, I was watching Kent Rollins the other day for hours. Smoked pig shots from Kent Rollins. Yeah, baked chicken legs. He even did chocolate chip cookies. Homemade bread, which I made Olive Garden bread rolls yesterday. Oh, extra crispy onion rings. I've been really want to make this Betty Crocker strawberry streusel rolls. I got to do that. Use my strawberry jelly that I pressure can. And then some Pioneer Woman recipes that Jessica O'Donoghue did. Some Facebook recipes. But I did Olive Garden breadsticks. Where are they? Where is that recipe? Right here. It's from amandascooking.com. And I will say, I'm not good at baking breads. I have to practice more. But I didn't say nothing to Sierra. When she came home, I had her take one. She's like, these taste like Olive Garden. I'm like, yes. Heroic Todd had a headache Sunday night. He's throwing up and everything. Let's see. Let's see. Giggles is the apple fritter cake made. Yeah, I'm telling you, that stuff is addicting. So glad I made it. It's the one that was floating around Facebook. Chris wiped it out within the whole week. I literally had to go buy him vanilla ice cream because he needed vanilla ice cream, color sprinkles, ready whip, caramel sauce dribbled over the top of that. He ate the whole thing. My cookie vid. Which cookie vid was that, Heroic? Oh, cooking. Well, when you don't like to go out and you stay home all the time and you're pretty boring, like me, that's about all I can show. Is my cooking. Because I'm not the most exciting person, guys. I'm really not. I have a cheesecake baking now for my wife's birthday tomorrow. Oreo cheesecake. Oh, I wonder if Sierra might like. I don't like cheesecake. Too much of that mush in my mouth. It's a texture thing. But she might. She likes cheesecake, but she likes like plain cheesecake. And she likes the one from the buffet. It's like shipped in crates or something. And, it's not homemade. And I don't know, but she likes that one. She's way behind in the apple fritter. Oh my God. I've had that recipe forever since I saw it on Facebook. And I'm like, I got to try it. It just looked like it was complicated, but it wasn't. Chris wants it all the time. Rubberneck, you're fat. My personality. I'm just normal. Like some days I will just be like wanting to go lay down and watch TV all day. Some days I get up and I'm raring to go. I have noticed that with the chilliness now, I feel my bones and my everything aching more, but that's normal every time it gets cooler. But yeah, once I go through that envelope of recipes, then because those are the new ones I've been saving, then I created this. No lie. And it's all folders. So I have a folder for beef, apples, blueberries, chicken, desserts, blah, blah, blah. So I put these recipes that I want to try in here when I get in the mood to organize them. And then I make them. This is my envelope to just shove them in right when I print them out. Then they go into that big folder that I have, that big, those big folders, they're file folders that have the rings. I have tabs in those. Chicken, beef, salads, blah, blah, blah. After I've made them and we know we like them, they go in that one. So those are recipes that I've already made and we like. If I don't like them, they get ripped up and thrown away. I only keep recipes that I know I'll make again. I just created that. Box. I had them in a pile of manila folders and I was like, I gotta find a way to store them. But that binder, oh yeah, it's called a binder. That binder is like this thick and it'll be there for my children if they ever want the recipes that they like so much now. Because don't ask me how to make this or that. I won't remember. And I take and I put them in these things in the binder, these little sheet protectors, so that when I'm cooking, I can just take it out and I can put it on the counter and I won't get any goop on it. And then I just put it back in the binder under the right label. But that way I have them there protected from my messy fingers. Have a good day, Heroic. I know I'm 25 minutes past when I said I was going to be. And Solo, Giggles, get your wood. Get your wood. How you doing, Todd?
Good.
Yeah. He made an appearance. He's been going at it since he woke up this morning for school. Maybe get more binders. Separate by main ingredient. I thought of that. But I just don't have space for all the binders. I thought of that because I have a gardening binder too by the vegetables that we grow. I may have to do that at the rate I'm going trying new recipes. I may have to have a chicken binder, a beef binder, a casserole binder, apple binder, blueberry binder. Oh my god, it would be like, oh my god, that would be a lot of binders. But I can get them usually at yard sales and stuff. I just wash them up really good. And Solo binders. I know. I don't even have enough room for my DVDs and my. Okay. Over there in that corner, you can see my two binders. One's gardening, one's recipes, and then over I got my Taste of Home hardcovers. Above that is 2 rows of DVDs, and then my cookbooks and my emergency and prepping books. The top shelf is my books that are not by a particular author. They're just books that I wanted to read, and they're like one and done. So I'm reading those first before I get to the sets of books that I have. And then over there is another rack of DVDs. And then in those 2 doors on the fireplace, there's one of those fireplaces TV stand. Those have all our series of DVDs, like Game of Thrones series, Sons of Anarchy, Fast and Furious. Those are series, and those other DVDs are just one and done. I have another bookshelf in my room of all my paperbacks and hardcovers of like my series books that I read. And mostly they go in the bathroom, and I just read in the bathroom when I want some quietness. I have no place to put a bookshelf or another shelf. Shift kicker. There's no place. I had to put my grandfather's hutch that he built me with all our pictures of everybody and my seashells in the bathroom. It's tucked in the bathroom alcove, and then the laundry baskets are in front of that, and inside that, the drawers, I have like my KitchenAid attachments. If I had to do it, they'd have to go downstairs on a bookshelf. And you don't want all that paper down there with bugs and stuff. We just don't have a lot of space. I want one of the bigger bedrooms, but Sierra won't give it up. I would have my whole room just wall to wall shelves. A canning journal. Yeah, I don't can a whole lot. Once in a while. I just opened up 3 pint jars of beef stew. I did a video. I canned those in 2020. I have to tell you, I had not opened one until the other day. Oh my God, it was phenomenal. The carrots, the potatoes, the celery sitting in that juice with the meat. Oh my God, it was so good. I do have trouble making a thicker gravy. I just cannot figure it out. I tried cornstarch and it doesn't get very thick. I have to learn how to make a good stewy, thick soup gravy. I just cannot do it for the life of me. And Chris is eating it. He had 3 bowls of that soup last night. 3 bowls. So good. I cannot believe I waited 2 years to open up a jar. I could do that. Put a shelf over that window. I could do that. Are the kids old enough for the GED test? More room. Clear gel. I do have that, Miss Sharon. I thought of that last night after me and Chris were talking about it. Because I tried the cornstarch, and all it did was I put way too much cornstarch. So it made the gravy a lighter gravy, but it didn't thicken as much as I wanted it to. I want it as thick as you see in those wonderful beef stew pictures on Facebook. And he's like, maybe try flour. I'm like, make like a roux. And I know I've seen Bev on her half acre homestead make roux. I've just never been good at it. But I do have clear gel when I made my apples I didn't know how to can them. I tried water bath and they were floating. My jars were floating. The very first time I tried to water bath, my jars were floating. I couldn't get them to stand up straight and stay there. But that's because I poured all the water in the water bath canner and then tried to put the jars in. I didn't put the jars in and then add the water. Over you put a little bit of water, put the jars in, and then you finish filling it. Well, I didn't do that. I just poured the whole stock pot full of water. So my jars were just floating. I don't know. And so the apple slices and the cinnamon, where people make the base for their pies. I had to take them all out of the jars and freeze them because they never even got water bath because I couldn't get them to sit still in the water bath canner. So I still have clear gel from that. I'm a mess, guys. I am so not professional whatsoever. I've learned as I go. And as you will see in this video that I made today, you will see the mistakes because I made a massive mistake on this bread before I put it in the oven. But I filmed it, so y'all are going to see it. Roux take measuring equal parts. Oh, I didn't know they had to be equal parts. Huh. Did not know that. I usually follow a recipe, that's why. Cherry pineapple dump cake. Oh. But the main reason that I try not to edit those parts out in my videos is because these are mainly for my family to see me later on, like I've said over and over. So they get to see their grandmother or their mom or whoever's watching them being dumb, making dumb mistakes, not knowing what she's doing, proving she's not perfect. So I'd like to know about that cherry. See, nobody would eat. I don't think anybody would eat that here. The things that I think would be so good and scrumptious, these kids just. So sometimes that's why it's very few and far between, but I'll make a dessert because they prefer Little Debbie's. It's like, I know it's easier, but I have so much flour that I stored, I got to use up. I wish I had a bigger kitchen so that I could have like an island so that I could set up and work on the island, but nope. It's a functional kitchen for now. And I wish I had a full-size oven where I could put more than one little pan in there. I can't put more than a 15-inch. Have a good one, Lori. I can't. I have a 24-inch oven. So that's the whole oven and to slide it in. I bought the pizza stone from Lodge, and it's got the handles on it, and I didn't think that was going to fit because it's a 15-inch with the handles. It's 19 inches. I'm like, that's not going to fit in my oven. I had to, but it fits if I turn it diagonal, and the handles are in each corner. That's going to be a video coming up because I'm going to make a homemade pizza on my cast iron. I've never done that. Oh, you do? All right. I'll have to watch it, Chicken Noodle. Bye, Lori. Oh, Easy Roo. Let's see if I can get it on here. Oh, there it is. All right. Okay. I pulled it up there. I'll have to watch it. Oh my God, it's an hour and a half already. I have enough time because I haven't used any hours on my first 20 hours of StreamYard this month. So, and I have time. Sierra won't be getting off the bus for another half an hour. And it's windy. It's windy. I do have a basket of laundry to fold, but that's it. So what are you all doing for dinner tonight? What are you all doing? I do need a bigger kitchen, but I want to pay my house off first. I want to pay this house off so that we own it. But I figured out we got about 180,000 left. We started at 225 6 years ago. Last year, a few months, I paid extra on the principal. This year we spent so much in the garden boxes and everything else and car repairs that we didn't have any to pay extra. So this coming up year, I'm going to focus more on getting that. Leftovers cleared out. I bet you Giggles it'll be a crock pot meal, won't it? Have you made any of the recipes out of that crock pot cookbook I sent you? Giggles? I was curious to see how good it was, that cookbook. Hey, Lisa. Having fried chicken tonight. Oh, I went to this store called Price Chopper out here. I don't usually shop there, but I was down that way getting taught a haircut, and they have the whole fresh food case and pizza and sushi, and they make it right there. And I tried their chicken. Oh my God. I got one piece of fried chicken because I never had it there. So thick and it's so juicy and way better than Kentucky Fried Chicken. That was actual chicken and not bones. And they had thighs. I just wanted thighs. So the other night, me and Chris, I was like, I really want more of that chicken. So the other night I called to see if I could get an order, make it ahead of time, and pick it up. I went and got a 12-piece of thighs. 12 pieces of thighs. They were huge, beautiful thighs. $20. That's it. Much less than you would pay at Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I don't think the guy's like, oh yeah, they'll be ready in 15 minutes. So I'm like, all right. I went and did some shopping while I was there, and then we went and got the chicken. I don't think they cooked it long enough because it was nice and crispy on the outside, but the inside just didn't feel right to me. I ate a piece or two, but I didn't get sick, but it just something told me that it just didn't. So I didn't eat the rest of it. Mortgage Mondays, Taco Thursday. Polish sausage, eggs, and fried potatoes. Oh. Oh, so is there one of the recipes in there that you like the most that you wouldn't mind sharing, telling me so that I could look for it? Because I'm not a big crock pot cooker because I have a tendency, I think it's my fault that I leave the meat in too long. Because the first few times I ever cooked in a crock pot, I would leave the meat in there and it just, tasted like it was too long and burnt-ish flavor. So I don't really cook in it that often. I'll heat spaghetti sauce in there, and even that I find that I put it in too long and it tastes burnt. I'm not good with the crock pot. That's one thing I'm not good with. I know, bee charming, me too. I do that too. I cook for way more than I should, and then if they don't like the leftovers, then, but I'm making chicken and rice tonight. It's from the Jessica O'Donoghue channel. And then when I click on the link to the recipe, it brings she gets it from somewhere else too. So it's really not from her, but it's where I saw them make it. That's what I've noticed. A lot of the stuff she makes is from somewhere she found. So I just say it's from Jessica because that's who I watched make it. Um, so, but oh my God, I'm loving her channel. I call you. Miss Sharon, you can do recipe and use freezer bags, do multiples for variety. Yeah. I watch Six Sisters stuff and they do freezer meals, you know. God, if it's just you could buy a big package of chicken breasts and separate them out. One big breast would be one perfect for you. And you could add the ingredients and you could make up several bags of the same type of meal. If you're cutting up a lot of veggies to go with it, put them all in the bags, make up a whole bunch of that same meal, throw them in the freezer, and then just pull one out and you'll have a meal for one. You know what I've been really okay, I know it's nothing special, but I watched a few videos where people were doing it. They're just taking some olive oil and they're salt and peppering the and dipping it in just a little bit of flour to get a thin layer of crust, and they're just frying it, pan frying it. Oh my God. It's kind of like how they did it for the chicken at Olive Garden. Oh, I've been finding it so juicy and yummy. So we aren't along in this battle, but I don't like store-bought tater salad and coleslaw, so I have to try. I bought some the other day when I bought that fried chicken, and I didn't care. I mean, it was okay when I took the first bite, but I didn't care for it. I like taco. I do like KFC's coleslaw. I do. And I made it before and it tasted just like it. But again, I'm the only one that eats it. So to buy a whole thing, even the smallest head of cabbage, which I have one out there and I haven't made it yet, the rest of the cabbage would go to waste. So I tend to not make it myself anymore because no one else likes it. To me, it'd be cheaper just to go buy a small container at KFC and bring it home when I'm out that way. I tried the one at the Price Chopper and I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I was watching Lisa Sutton from Sutton's Days, and she was talking about Worcestershire sauce powder, soy sauce powder, and heavy whipping cream powder that she now buys. And I was thinking, that's a good idea because then you don't have bottles going bad on your shelf from not using them. So I'm going to check that out and either make my own or see if I can. She buys it already done. And you don't have to worry about it being in the refrigerator. Once you open up some, like me with soy sauce, I opened up some to use in a recipe and it's been sitting there ever since. And it's going on a year because I don't use it for a lot. So I'm thinking the powders might be the way to go. So that is another one of my little projects, people. Like Shaw's, they had a sale coming up Friday. Scott products like Scott paper towels and toilet paper, and that's what we use here. They are $7.99 on sale. Okay, for an 8-pack, I think. But I have a $5 coupon that I got from the lady. So I could pay $2 a piece. Normally, I don't pay anything over. I try not to buy them if they're over. But I know for the Scott products, I'm not going to find a package for $5 unless it's a 4-pack. I mean, I have stocked up the 4-packs and not paid anything. So I may still do that. But the Coke's a buy two, get two free. So I might get that too. But I really don't need to go out. We still have like, he's got 3 packs of soda and I have 3 packs of soda. And I only drink Diet Coke and Diet Orange Zero. Once in a while, I don't drink it every night. So mine lasts me a while. He has to have a can every night. That's still good, like original Dollar Tree, $1 each. Yeah. So when I see sales like that, it's just dragging my butt out to go and do it. And it doesn't start till Friday, so we'll see. I've missed a few good sales because I've gotten lazy and just didn't go. All right, listen, guys. What is it? An hour and 45 minutes. Should I wait? Should I try and push it to 2 hours and that's it? I don't know. I got a mess on my desk to clean up. Now, Chris sleeps right here along the couch because the couch goes right along this desk, this L-shaped desk, and his head is here. So the other morning, I got up early and he was still sleeping. He slept till about noontime Sunday. So I had my earphones plugged into my computer and I'm just watching videos. And all of a sudden, his foot comes up right here, knocks over my freaking tissue box, my pocketbook, everything just gets flung over. And he's snoring away and his feet are flying. That's why we don't sleep in the same bed. But yeah, so I got up early because I couldn't sleep. Once my back starts to hurt, I know I have to get up and move around. And he's starting to go through that too, where once he feels his back, he has to get up. I'm hoping, Be Charming, that me and Chris can do a live stream. He's been so tired though. Like I said, Sunday he slept till noon. Because once he got out of work, he still had half a day Saturday, and I was out at the grocery store or somewhere with Sierra. And I come home and he had been cleaning out the garage and he put all the patio stuff away. And then he was just tired when he got in because, he goes in, he's got to work as early as 4:30, 5 o'clock. Some like today was 4:15, I think. The couch and TV are calling you. Oh, I know. There's a lot of new shows. There's a lot of new shows. There's one called Monarch. It's a country show with Susan Sarandon, I believe. She's the head of this country singing family. I got to watch that. Yes, everybody say a prayer for everybody that's in that path of that storm. I'd seriously think about moving away from those areas if you can. I know it's nice to think about living by the water, but my gosh, water and fire are the two that you can't control. They are the most dangerous things. So, I wouldn't want. I've always wanted to live by the ocean, but I won't do it because I don't want to go through that. Monarch? I don't know. I don't know if it's Hulu or Philo. I can't remember. I have Hulu, Netflix. I know it's not on Netflix. I could be wrong though. I just signed up for Peacock because it's $20 for the whole year. And all the Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, all those CBS channels, all of their CBS channels, they took them off of Hulu and they moved them to Peacock because that's their thing. So they're no longer on Hulu, all the new stuff, Hawaii Five-O, all that. I couldn't find them. And then someone on one of my Yahoo groups said they switched it all to Peacock. And you can pay $1.99 a month or $20 for the year. So I did it $20 for the year. And then in a year, it'll go up to $49.99 a year, which I probably won't. I probably will cancel it after a year unless they have another special or something. But yeah, I just did it $20 one sum payment. Oh yeah, you want fill up your tub if you can, or take some 18-gallon totes or whatever you have and fill those with water and just put them all like in another room or on your porch or somewhere and just have totes and totes of water. I don't know what it's on. I think it might be Hulu. I don't remember. I don't live on the water, just close. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to live on the beach. I've always dreamed of it, but I can't. Hmm. I like Severide, and I like them, all the actors on the Chicago shows. The Rookie is another one that I really like. That one with Nathan. I think his name is Nathan. I can't remember. But The Rookie, they came off with a spinoff, Rookie FBI with Niecy Nash. That looks funny. I haven't watched that one yet. Oh. All right, guys. I'm going to let y'all go. I will see you all on the next one. Hopefully, maybe me and Chris can do one together. Who knows? He works his butt off. Voight. Yeah, baby. I love that voice. Nathan Fillion. That's who plays the Rookie. He was on Castle. Oh my God. He's just so funny. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. I got things to do now. I got to go clean up the mess in the kitchen and fold my laundry that pulled out of the dryer. Thank you all for coming. It was nice chatting with you guys, and I will see you on the next one. I just don't know when that will be.